Good afternoon, everyone. On this May 13th of 2021, I'm Mayor Diana Broderson, and welcome to our city. We have a great show today with a lot of information you're going to need to know for all of our summer pleasure. But before that, I just wanted to do a couple quick updates. You know, vaccines are readily available in Muscatine and pretty much everywhere now, but they're now open up to 12 and over. They're easily accessible. You can call your primary care physician. You can call your local pharmacy or even all the pharmacies. It's my understanding you do not have to be a client or a patient of any of the pharmacists to be able to go to their facility and get a vaccine. So make sure you give those calls. They're trying to make them as easy as possible for everyone to be able to access. The more vaccines we get out there, then the more things can be opened up and we can try to get back to some semblance of normalcy safely. So thank you to everyone that is working on that project. Next, I'd like to just remind everyone at 5:30 today, we're having the official opening and ribbon cutting of our Trails project. We're going to meet down at the new soccer complex. They call it Soccer West. It's on the west side of Hauser Street. They're asking everybody to park on the east side of Hauser Street and walk across on the median there that's provided so that everybody can stay safe. And we're just going to have a ribbon cutting there and celebrate our wonderful trails that we have going through Muscatine. And then at 7 o'clock tonight, we have an in-depth council meeting. We have several different things that we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to be hearing about a possible project for the flooding that we experience periodically, and that's going to be a temporary flood wall that we can take down and put back up as needed. But also we're going to be talking about the American Rescue Plan and what we have that is going to be available to us for funding and how we might use that. And then we're going to be hearing about the solid waste department with the city of Muscatine and just getting an overall solid waste 101 that we all need to know. But I really wanted to point out on Saturday from 3 to 5 at the Art Center, we're going to be having an award celebration. That's going to be given out by the Friends of the Muscatine Historic Preservation and the Muscatine Historic Preservation Commission on some really great work that's been done on some of our historic buildings here in Muscatine. Everyone is welcome to join us for this reception. It'll be Saturday, May 15th from 3 to 5. You know what? Yes, it is a Saturday. I wasn't sure. I thought I better make sure that's Saturday and not Sunday. May 15th from 3 to 5. Everyone's welcome to join. Safety measures will be required there just to make sure that we can all safely socially gather there. So everyone is welcome to attend that award presentation. But now we have with us today Kelsey Stafford, the program supervisor of our very own Parks and Recreation Department. You know, last year we all struggled to get through the summer, and it was so sad that so many things were closed, but Kelsey and her team were able to pivot and come up with just a ton of fun things, but we did have to not have our pool and not have some of our face-to-face activities that we've all grown to love. So we're excited to hear how they're all going to be back, or mostly, this summer. Welcome, Kelsey.
Thank you so much for having me. Yes, we are very excited here at the Parks and Recreation Department for summer, and we're in full swing now. So we've got lots of good stuff to talk to you about today. So thank you for having me.
Good. Well, I think the first thing we should start with is going to be the pool. You know, everywhere I go, I get questions about the pool. In fact, I ran into the grocery store this morning for a couple of items and I got stopped in the grocery store. So what's the pool rules going to be this summer? I said, well, you're going to have to listen because Kelsey's going to tell us. So what are we looking at? How are we going to safely be able to swim at the Aquatics Center this year?
Yes, so we are looking forward to opening the Aquatics Center on the traditional date, which is the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. So that's going to be May 29th this year. Quick check on my calendar, make sure that's right. Yes, May 29th.
Better.
Yes, and so we do have some safety measures in place, just so everyone can safely come to the pool, visit us, swim, do swim lessons, all of those things. So that's what we've been working on this spring, is getting some of those measures identified and in place. So we are going to be open noon to 3:45. We're going to take a 30-minute break for open swim and then start back up 4:15 to 8. So that is one thing that is brand new that we want everybody to know, is that we're having that 30-minute break in the middle of the day to sanitize the entire facility. We'll clear the facility out for all the patrons. And then if you've already visited us that day and you want to come back in, you are more than welcome to do that.
So basically, we're putting this out there, though, so people know, if you come at 2:45, don't get upset when it gets closed again at 3.
At 3:45, yeah.
3:45, you're still going to have to take a break. So, but you can get back in at no cost.
Correct. Yep. Okay. So if you've already paid the admission fee, we'll have you clear out, go enjoy the park for a little bit, come back after 30 minutes, and then we'll make sure that you can get back in with the admission fee that you paid earlier in the day.
Why are we doing that, Kelsey?
We want to take that 30-minute break to make sure we sanitize the restrooms, high touch points throughout the facility, which would include the locker area, the deck chairs, slide railings, things like that. So it's a safety measure just to make sure that everything is getting that good kind of once over. Of course, we'll do it before we open, so midday sanitizing, and then after we close as well. So just that sanitizing break.
Sure.
Yes.
And then people are asking me, do they have to wear a mask while they're swimming?
So not while they're swimming. So when they're in the pool, we do not want them to wear masks, because if they get wet, that's very tough to breathe. So we do not want people to wear masks in the water, but we will be requiring them at some points. So when they're inside the gates of the facility and paying their admission fee, so basically when you're under the arch paying the fee, we're going to have you wear a mask there. And then we're going to have you wear a mask if you're using locker room facilities, with the exception of showering, because the same reason, we don't want that face mask to get wet. And then when you're standing in line to order food at the concession stand.
Okay. So basically when you're in close quarters or inside.
Yes.
Then that's what we're trying to do. So, and I'm sure this is probably going on. This is not, we probably didn't dream all this up. It's probably standard procedure at a lot of pools now, isn't it?
Yes. So Iowa Park and Recreation Association has an aquatics committee. So these are things that we've worked on throughout the whole year, because most people were closed last summer. And so now we've all been working together to come up with some of these standard precautions. So will those be posted somewhere that people can go and make sure that they remember what they need to do? Sure. So we're going to be sending a press release out with all of the information, just so everybody has that. We'll make sure that we get that information on our Facebook page, and then we can add it to the Aquatic Center page on the city website, so everyone can have a one-stop place to go look at that throughout the season. Okay. So if grandma's laying on the deck or sitting in one of the lawn chairs watching the grandkids swim, she doesn't have to have a mask on. We're hoping that she'd be 6 foot from other people. Is that how that works? Correct. So we're going to be reminding people to maintain social distance from those outside their household. Okay. Yes. Very good. So besides the pool, which everybody's just, anticipating, what about the fountain? Sure. So that is not a staffed facility. And so we'll be posting those same type of reminders there for everyone to maintain social distancing. You shouldn't wear your mask if you're going to be getting wet, but just making sure that you're maintaining social distancing. And we don't have an opening date set for that yet, but we will be releasing that as soon as we have one. But the plan is to open it? Yes, it is. Okay, very good. Yes. So if you're not a water person, what else can we look forward to this summer? Sure. So we have our summer brochure out now. So everyone will be seeing those around town. It's on our website. Some of the kiddos here in town will be getting one sent home with them as well. So that was very nice of the school to let us hand those out to all the young ones. But we have lots of our kind of traditional programs going on. And some that we've added from last year will be in the brochure as well. So we definitely encourage everyone to go take a look at that brochure. And summer registration is also going on. So if they see something they'd like to participate in, you can go online to register at muscatineiowa.gov/registration. That will reroute you to our registration website. You can stop into the Parks and Recreation office, and you can call us as well at 263-0241.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so all of those fun activities are in there.
You know, I was going to ask you, because I know last year, I just can't say it enough, how you dreamt up all of these new fun things that you were able to do to help keep people entertained and busy throughout the COVID time that we all spent at home. But some of them people loved. And so I was going to ask you, are we going to have some of them back? And it sounds like you are.
Yes. So anything that we saw good participation and had good feedback from, we're going to offer those again. So everyone loves T-ball. So we did a fall T-ball, which we didn't usually do, but because we were able to safely offer that activity, we were able to do that. And so we're going to be offering that again too. So we'll have summer T-ball and we'll have fall T-ball. So that's just an example of, we had great participation in that. And so we'll be offering those again.
What were a couple of other ones?
Yeah, so we had our virtual fishing derby, which we had a lot of good participation from. That was the program we offered in the fall. And so we'll look to do something like that again, because we we did not have a fishing program prior, since I've been here at least. So that was really
new.
Fun. What was that?
Oh, that's great. That was new thing then.
Yeah, it was totally new, and we did it all virtually. So people could go out and fish with their families, their friends, people that, they were comfortable being around, and do it on their own time. And so we'll look to do something similar to that again, I think. So it was a lot.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And then some of the things that we look forward to each year are balls. So you do T-ball, and what other kind of ball do you do?
So we do T-ball and blast ball. And blast ball is for kiddos who are too young to do T-ball. So it's even an introductory to T-ball. And that is always so much fun. And just the little ones have a blast with that with their parent. And so we'll be offering that in June as well.
And then you do tumbling. I know some of the girls in our family that are in cheerleading take tumbling, that kind of helps them with their cheerleading.
Yes. Yep. And so we offer that throughout the school year, but we also do a summer tumbling. And so we'll have that on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays starting June 14th. That's a 4-week program. And so there's tumbling classes, and then we also offer semi-private tumbling as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what about swim lessons, back to the water stuff?
Yes, we're offering swim lessons, and there were some changes to that for COVID safety protocols. So typically we have a limit of 10 students per instructor. This year we're going to do 5. And so smaller class sizes. We're still offering the American Red Cross lesson levels. So levels 1 through 5 we offer depending on your child's swimming ability. And then we also offer semi-private lessons as well. And we've expanded that with more instructors, so we're able to accommodate more kids, which is 2 children per 1 instructor.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. Yeah. So we're looking.
And do those and where do those take place? At our aquatic center before they open?
Yes, so we hold those at the Aquatic Center, typically at 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock, depending on which level you sign up for. And then we do offer select levels at certain sessions in the evening as well. So 5:15 and 6:15 for those who are working during the day, or just that time frame works better, we do offer those as well.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
There's a ton of stuff. Now, the golf course, that's going to be open as usual with maybe some safety stuff.
Yes, yep, they're open. And so I know season passes are on sale. They're taking registrations for golf lessons. There's a junior golf program. So those are all up and going right now as well. Yep.
And then do you have tennis and other things like that also?
Yes, so we're offering tennis, and that's the same program as we've offered in the past. So yep, that's going to be going on, and that's pretty much all summer as well. So that'll be mid-June to early August.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything that people have came to love that we're not still able to do?
I don't think so. We are offering pretty much all of our regular programs, some with some precautions, of course, but especially the outdoor programs, we're getting back to offering all of those. So we're looking forward to it.
Oh, I know. I am too. And I think the whole world is.
Yes.
Even, just trying to get back to those things that we love, even if we have to, still do a couple safety things. Okay, well, it's worth it.
Yes.
Because last year we didn't get it at all. So
exactly.
So what about events?
Sure.
Do you have any events besides, our regular programming going on?
So not that I can think of. In the summertime, we are pretty much concentrated on those recreation programs. But in the fall, we start back up with some of those family favorites that we have. One that we offered last year that was brand new was the trunk or treat. And that was just awesome. Everyone who came had a great time, I think. So we'll look forward to doing something like that again, too, which we hadn't done before. So
Right. And then you guys usually help and participate in the community block party.
Yes, which I just got your email on that today.
Oh,
yes. Calendar mark.
My goodness. It'll be here before we know it.
I know. Summer's going to fly by, I'm sure.
It really is. And on that note, I always try to remind people, if you have plans for an event that you are holding, you need to register and reserve a shelter in one of the parks sooner than later because they fill up.
Yes, we have gotten a lot of calls just because, like you said, people are getting ready to be back and gathering safely, and the shelters are a perfect venue to do that because they're outdoors and it's just perfect. So we have gotten a ton of calls, especially for May and June because it's graduation season and all of that. So yes, we definitely encourage you, if you'd like to book a shelter, give us a call and we'll find one of those that fits your event.
As soon as you have your date, I would recommend doing it because they really fill up fast because you're right. It's a safe way. You're outside. Our shelters are so nice that, some have been renovated and, we just rented, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, the Lagoon Shelter for a birthday party in our family. And, the restrooms are right there now, the new restrooms, where before I was a little hesitant to get the Lagoon Shelter because, then the elderly people in the family would struggle, to get up to find a restroom. But now with them right there, it's so handy.
Yes, look, the Lagoon Shelter is one of our most popular ones now just for that reason, because it was a beautiful spot before, but it wasn't close to restrooms. Now those are right there and they're brand new, and it's just such a nice amenity that was added.
Oh, it really, really is. Yes. And the ones up top have been renovated as well.
Yes.
By the Rose Garden.
Yes. So those are very nice now. It's just so nice to have those renovated and updated. So I encourage everybody to check them out, especially once the roses start blooming. That is just the best area to be in the park. It's so nice.
You just sit there. Yes. Oh, yes. And even we like to get the shelter at across from the Discovery Center at Fuller Park.
Yeah.
That's a really nice shelter too with really nice play equipment, and there's restrooms right there. And parking is really nice there.
Yes, that is also,
Right on that loop.
I'd say that's one of our most popular ones as well, if not the most popular, just because all those things, all those amenities are right there. It's so nice. And then it also has the disc golf course and trails.
Oh, yes,
It's a
that's true.
wonderful park.
And the trails to walk. So, I mean, we've had events there where the little kids would go up with some adults and play on the equipment. Some of the teenagers would go play disc golf, and some of the adults would go for a walk on the trails, all while some people are sitting and visiting in the shelter. I mean, it really hits all ages.
It really does. Yeah, it's perfect for the whole family.
But you're allowed to rent the shelters at any of our parks. Isn't that correct?
Yes. Yep. So we offer a lot of different shelters. I want to say it's 14 different ones. I hope I'm right on that number, but yes, we offer lots of different ones all throughout town.
That is nice.
It is.
I was thinking that we've done the one at Muster Park is really nice also.
Yes, that's another great one because it has so many amenities there.
It does. And one thing that I really like is that, in fact, I think every shelter I've been in has electricity.
So a lot of them do. There are a few that don't, but a lot of them do have electricity. So perfect for potlucks or anything really. It's nice.
Yep. Bring your crock pots and you can stay for hours. The other thing that I think is really nice about the shelters is that it's not just a 2-hour. If you're trying to make a reservation somewhere, sometimes you're really pigeonholed into you get 1 to 3 or 2 to 4, but not with the shelters. You have all day.
Yes, so we reserve them for the full day for park hours. So it would be 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. So pretty much anytime you want to come have your event, you'll have it reserved.
That's quite a bargain for like $20.
It's $30 for residents and $40 for non-residents. So yeah.
There you go.
It's great.
30. That's a good deal.
Yes, it is.
A very good deal. Because you can just set up there for the whole day and let everybody go do what they want and have your food in crock pots or those electric roasters and still be safe at temperature. So that's really nice. Yeah. Is there any other activities this summer that you wanted to highlight?
Well, I suppose we should remind everyone that the municipal boat harbor is it's open now, so people can put their boats in. And that's another thing we offer that's just so convenient is renting your slip, and you don't have to put your boat in and take it out every time you want to go boating. It's just convenient to go down to the dock and have your boat ready to go. And so we'd like to remind everyone that those are available to rent as well for the season.
Oh, yeah. We have a family member who puts a boat in there and leaves it there all year until winter.
Yeah.
And then it's always a big production to drag it to somewhere to store, and nobody wants it at their house. But but it is so handy to just leave it there all year long.
Yes, exactly. And so the harbor's open May 1st to October 1st, weather depending. So I think last year it was mid to late October before everyone got their boats out, just because it was still so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And besides the shelters for rent, we also have the Red Brick Building and the Riverview Center, right?
Yes, correct. So those are available to rent. The Riverview Center is available all year round. And then the Pearl City Station, the Red Brick Building, is March through November.
Are those the only two?
Those are the only two we offer, yes.
Okay. And I just wanted to add, I think this is true, but I want to verify. So if you didn't know you were going to have a family gathering and you wanted to go have a picnic in one of our shelters, if it's open and nobody's in it, you're able to do that, aren't you?
Correct. Yep. It's first come, first serve. And people can tell if it's rented or not because we hang a sign up on the shelter. And so if there's a piece of paper listing the event, that means it's reserved for that day. And otherwise it's first come, first serve. Okay.
So if something came up, at the last minute, you could just drive around, and if there's a shelter that doesn't have a slip on it, it's free for the taking.
Exactly. Yep.
Very good. Very good. Well, I'm so excited that everybody's getting a chance to get back out this year. And I know you are too. I know it just killed you last year to to have to not be able to hold some of these events. And I know the public hated it, and I know you guys hated it too, and it was just sad for everyone. So I know everybody's just on the same page with being excited to try to get back to the things that we all love and enjoy.
Yes, we're looking forward to seeing everyone this summer. That's for sure.
Oh, I bet you are. I bet you are. Is there anything else that you wanted to highlight for us today?
I don't think so. If anyone has any questions, just stop by or give us a call and we'll help you out. We're looking forward to seeing you.
Are you fully staffed, or are you still looking for help?
So we do have a few positions still that we're looking for. I think there's a few out at the golf course, and I just got a couple more lifeguards in. So I think I'm good at the Aquatics Center. But if there's anyone out there that wants to be lifeguard certified or wants to be a lifeguard, we're never going to turn you away. So. Oh,
I bet. Jocelyn at the Y is always in the same boat.
Yes.
Getting those lifeguards in lined up.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you so much, Kelsey. So people can just call Parks and Rec and get a hold of you if they have questions.
Yes, please do call. Either myself or Jess here in the office will be able to help you.
That sounds great. And your office at City Hall is so easy to get to. You don't have to go all the way up into the main doors. You're just right there handy.
We're right there, right by the bus stop.
Yep, very good. Thank you so much for joining us today, Kelsey. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
We're looking forward to a great summer, and we appreciate all you're doing to help make that happen.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Well, thank you to all of you for joining us today. I'd just like to share next week we have Rick Gosney. He is the Muscatine Rotary president, and he's going to come on and talk to us a little bit about our Muscatine Rotary Club. I already mentioned about tonight's council meeting at 7 o'clock, learning about the American Rescue Plan, Solid Waste Department, and the proposed flood wall. Please join us virtually for that if you like. We're meeting in person. Council's in person, but we're having the public still log on virtually. But we are talking about maybe next month welcoming the community back in, with social distancing. So look for more information on that. Big thanks to Kelsey Stafford for joining us today. We so appreciate all she does for all of us here in our community. Have a great rest of your day, and we look forward to seeing you here next week on Our City.